Hey, my name is Chad. Welcome to this video where we are doing some last minute PRS match preparations. So, found out that our next match is going to be this coming Sunday. I forget the date number, 19, 20, something around there. Whatever the Sunday that's coming up right after this is released. But I did a look at the weather and it's going to be high of like 34 and wind chill in the upper teens to low 20s. So I am very much not looking forward to this. I figure I need to come out and get a little bit more used to the cold. So we had quite a bit of snow, especially for us in our area on Thursday. Most of it's melted and I was afraid I wasn't even going to be able to get down here, but we had some pretty good sun today and the road firm enough I could drive down here. And we are down at my place. I went ahead and loaded up the tank trap and brought it down just to practice a little bit of movement work. And I ran a bore snake through my barrel, just get some of the dusty or buildup knocked out of there. I've noticed that usually changes my speeds a little bit. So typically the first 2 to 4 will be out of the normal range, and then it'll kind of pick up and even out. So foul my barrel again and just kind of practice a few movements, make sure everything's kind of where I expect it to be before I load up my ammo again to get ready for Sunday's match. So figured I'd bring you along with me and just get a little practice in. Okay, so my hearing protection apparently lost the charge, so I'm not even able to hear anything. I doubt I will hear if I hit the target. I'm just going to be watching the speed on the chrono there and watch for these to even out. These are some of my, less than accurate hand loads, the stuff I use just for things like this. So we're just going to throw a couple downrange, get a little bit of trigger time in, and see what we can do to get ready for this upcoming match. Okay, so we're on my targets down there that are about 500. I should be right at 2.3. We're going to see how accurate of a reading that is. I highly doubt I'll hit this first one. Well, what do you know? I got it on the first shot. And it was slow, so that was at 29.28. I should be up closer to 29.85. Got it again. That was a little high on the plate. Shooting with gloves, I need to just kind of get the feel for it a little bit. I definitely need to keep my hands covered for more of the day. So I'm going to just do this practicing. I just got to get the feel and see if I can run through a match with gloves on. That will make a huge difference if I'm able to do this. So, all right, so we picked up speed a good bit. All right, so that's evening out a bit. A little slower than what I'm expecting. So far, these have all been hits. I think I've got one more loaded. But what I can see, it looks like I'm about 2/10 high. I think that hit right at the top of it. So that's concerning. I may need to do a slight re-zero, or that trick I was talking about in the Kestrel, where I tell it I'm aiming here, but my impacts are up here. So I'll need to measure that and maybe set that in my Kestrel for the upcoming match. So those speeds are settling down now around 29.66 to 29.76. Definitely evened up after the second and third shot, but I'm definitely hitting higher than what I thought I was before. Okay, this mag has some of the rounds that I had preloaded in magazines at the last match that I just didn't use in particular stages. So I've only got, I believe, 3 in here. I just want to run those through and see if I get a more even speed number, and see if I can figure out if I'm hitting consistently, always in the same spot, or if I'm moving around more than I think I am. I think that hit the dirt. Interesting. All right, let me come down to okay, that's getting back to the speeds I'm used to, but I'm still hitting a little high. So if you're never satisfied trusting your data and you always want to go double check yourself, make sure and get subscribed, because over here we definitely overanalyze stuff and you would fit in very good hanging out on my channel. So after those couple shots, just getting things warmed up a little bit, I can tell my speed's about back where I was expecting it to be. The issue I'm seeing is that I'm hitting about 0.2 of a mil high and maybe about 1/10 to the right. I'm shooting at about 500 yards. There's not much wind, but there is just a slight breeze, and I have 0 wind dialed in or held in, and I'm shooting at steel plates, not an actual paper target. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is calling it for today, just because the sun's going down and I'm losing the daylight. During January and February at my work, we close at 3 on Saturdays. As of right now, the plan is going to be I will get my ammo loaded up, do all my brass work through the week, get everything loaded, and have that ready to go by the end of the week. After I get done work on Saturday, I'll probably load up, come out here, and just do a like a 0 confirmation and just shoot some at paper. Make sure everything's good. If I need to make an adjustment, I will do that then. Set my scope, make sure we're all seeing what I want to see before the match starts on Sunday. So we'll get that done after I get more ammo loaded up. I can feel the cold start is eating into my fingers, and they're definitely getting sore. Oh yeah. Okay. So next up, just to get a little more practice on the movement stuff, I think I'm going to, just run through a couple routines of getting my bag set up and then getting settled on the target and taking a couple dry fire shots. So everything is empty. There you go, dry fire, we're all good and clear. So we'll get set. Really what I need to do is work on how this all feels with gloves on. See if I can make these movements wearing gloves and a jacket. It definitely feels different to me. So, this is something that's completely foreign. I don't think we'll have a tank trap at this one, but this is a good thing to work on, so we're going to go for it. All right. So that's the fun part about wearing a jacket. You've always got extra stuff that can get hung up while you're moving around. Okay. Okay. I can feel the tips of my fingers are really starting to get cold right now. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to call it. Okay, hands in the pockets. I'm really starting to get cold now. I'm gonna have to turn my truck on and let that heat get warmed up because it's starting to hurt out here. So I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me for a few minutes as I do a few little routines just to get you know, back in the flow of trying to move around and get set up on the rifle. I really do like that new Game Changer X. It is definitely a good, solid, stable bag. I just got to get better at moving around with it. So I know I'm probably still suffering from completely over analyzing everything, but I thought I got my zero set good before the last match. I was getting good hits on stuff. Maybe I was a little bit high, and I don't know. I just like to come out, and if I have the time and ability to get out and double check things like my zero, my speeds, I want to do that before a match instead of try to get there early and do it the day of. Especially this coming week, because it's going to be very, very cold. And my main concern is going to be just getting through the day without my hands falling off. So we'll come back out on Saturday after work, double check our zero, adjust that if I need to, and be all ready to go for Sunday, where it's going to be a terrible match for me performance-wise, but as long as I get to the end of it and I still have my hands attached to my body, I'm going to be happy. Well, thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. I really do appreciate it. Stay warm out there. If you're in the California area, stay safe around all these fires. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me for a few minutes. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.